How's it going, everybody? My name is Doge, and today I will be showing you around the only other Porsche offered with the V8 engine. Now, some car enthusiasts only know, like, the Cayenne Turbo S and the Panamera to have V8s because, they're newer than this. But other car enthusiasts know that there was a V8 before that, and it was the only other older V8 per se. Now, this is a 1995 Porsche 928 GTS. Now, this, in my opinion, is the most unique of the chosen few of these designs because around this time, the 944 with the 4-cylinder was being released, and the 911 was still being, made. But I think the design drastically changed by like 1999. But anyway. The 928 was the only Porsche in the 90s offered with a V8 engine. And speaking of engines, and I'm pretty sure you noticed already, but this Porsche has a 5.4 liter V8 producing 365 horsepower to the rear wheels. Now, I'm not one to like criticize that powertrain, but it's a little high for the 90s per se. And plus, it's a Porsche. It's supposed to have high horsepower. Anyway, upon the design, it's very sleek. Even, for the 90s, it's still extremely streamlined. And, it was stepping away from the boxy designs from, like, the 1970s. But even then, Porsche was still primarily streamlined in the 1970s, 80s. It was streamlined throughout most of its entire life, because I don't think no Porsche was ever ever boxy enough to be considered, a Porsche. So yeah, Porsche always made these sleek designs, and they're still kind of making them today with the new GT3 RS. And now, I'm going to take you on the dealership page since I took you on the design. And plus, this is a recent car added a couple updates ago, which is what I'm going to show you right now. Alright guys, so here we are at the dealership page for the 1995 Porsche 928 GTS. Now, the 928 actually has two models in the game. There's the 95 GTS, and then there's the 93 with all the other trims. And it looks slightly different than this. So this only has one single trim because, 95 was the only year to offer the GTS model, and so that's why there's only one trim. And so now for the colors, this is by far the wackiest color I've ever seen. Other than that, these colors are pretty nice. I kind of like the color choices. I have a soft spot for this color though. I really like this color. Now for the specs. Why is it called a hatchback? Anyway, it has these specs are sort of accurate. So it has 360 horsepower, and it weighs around 3,600 pounds. It's rear-wheel drive. It's a 4-seater, 14 miles to the gallon. Not really ideal when it comes to, choosing this for a daily driver, but that's just me. It's classified as a hatchback when clearly in the 90s it was called a coupe, and it's probably still called a coupe today. But, some car enthusiasts out there probably consider a hatchback, so I guess I know why that's there now. So, yeah, that's basically it. Let's go back to how it sounds. Alright, now that I've taken you guys on the sounds, let me show you how fast this is. Alright, before we get started on the speed test, I'm just gonna give a little reminder that despite this being a manual transmission, this is, I'm gonna be using semi just for it to be easier for me to shift. Alright, I'm gonna floor it in 3, 2, 1, go. 5-speed manual, rear-wheel drive, top speed of 170 miles an hour. Let's check the braking. By modern standards, braking is okay, but yeah, it's pretty. The braking's alright in my opinion. Now for the driving experience. Alright, now driving the 928 GTS feels like you're driving a track car with bad handling. Now, what I mean by that is that as you accelerate, the handling gets kind of worse. I'm pretty sure that goes for the same. I'm pretty sure that goes the same for like all of these modern cars, because most of these like normal cars aren't really built for the track. But some are being primarily built for the track, like the new Lamborghini Revuelto with the new hybrid V12, which is insanely cool, by the way. I love the way it looks. Anyway, the 928 is pretty nice to drive, actually. I love how shockingly quiet the V8 can be. Its handling is not too good for a 90s Porsche, and for a Porsche at that, because Porsche has primarily made cars for like the track, except for like the Panamera wagon and stuff, which is, you know, a wagon and it's used for like family business. And yeah, it really doesn't feel all that. The handling's not all that great. Driving experience is kind of nice. The acceleration's pretty quick for a 90s car, and I don't like it, but at the same time I do. It's like a 50-50 for me. And with that wraps up today's review. If you want to see more, please be sure to leave a comment, and if you want to suggest your own car for me to review, please put it down in the comments, as the next review will be something shockingly regular that I absolutely love. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And also there will be an RP episode tomorrow for Gran Autismo or GVRP Season 3, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember to subscribe and have a good day.